PFC23 question and answer session. We got on our left here, start over here. We got Harvey Martis on the left. We got Miss Amber on the left. We got Dwight Brown on the left. Giovanni Parsa, Dylan Weinmiller, and then over here to my right, Tyler Smith, Marcus Sohizo, John Terrius, Miss Nut Gronchicek, and then Omar. We'll start with questions. Anyone got any questions?
First question is for Johnny. Johnny, obviously this is the first time we've been here in Jonesboro. We segue right into a huge month of October. Just give us your thoughts on where Peak is today. Obviously, this is the biggest event we've done so far. And then talk a little bit about the events that you have coming up next month, 2 events in October.
So we have this event here, which we've been trying to come here for a little bit. It's been on the radar, obviously, and it's a nice venue. They've taken great care of us, and I think we'll build a good working relationship going forward. And I look forward to fighting here a lot more often. So that being said, it should be a great night of fights. We got 10 fights official, good to go, and there's some bangers on the card, and I think they're going to all be fighting for finish bonuses. But going forward, October 1st, San Angelo, Texas, the floor sold out. It's at a Coliseum, obviously, and the floor sold out in under 24 hours. So big things are coming, big things are happening, and we're excited. And then we're back in Texarkana October 22nd, and then we'll go from there.
Next question is for Tyler. Tyler, how do you feel fighting, obviously, in hostile territory? You've got someone who's there's been a ton of hype around this week, sold tons of tickets here for the event. Give us your thoughts on him as an opponent, and then obviously how you feel fighting in hostile territory this weekend.
I think Dylan, I think Dylan's a great opponent. I wouldn't say this is hostile territory. Y'all are so nice over here. It's been nothing but sweetness. Even going out to eat at Southern hospitality is a real thing. But once that case store closes, it's my home. It's my home.
And then next question for Marcos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if it's on.
Hermano.
So, Marcos, obviously this is your third fight with Peak. Coming off of 2 very close fights, but obviously 2 losses. Give us your thought on this fight, and if you feel that this is a must-win fight in order for you to continue to fight with Peak Fighting.
Eu tô me sentindo muito bem. A minha última luta, pelo menos eu pude mostrar um pouco do meu talento, coisa que na minha primeira luta eu não consegui, porque eu realmente não treinei para a minha primeira luta, só aceitei a luta em cima da hora e vim pela oportunidade de estar aqui na América. Minha segunda luta eu me preparei melhor, mas acabei cometendo um erro de deixar para os juízes. E, bom, essa luta, com todo respeito ao meu adversário, sei que ele é um oponente duro, mas sei que a gente vai dar show amanhã e vou tentar não deixar para os juízes.
So this is my third fight in PFL. I trained very hard for this fight. This is my third fight in Peak Fight. I'm training very hard for this fight. I know Giovanni, he is very good guy, very dangerous, but tomorrow I put my best. I don't give the result for the hands the referees.
And then a follow-up question for Giovanni. Giovanni, there was a lot of talk that you actually wanted this fight, that you saw something in his last fight, maybe some holes in his game. Can you give us a little insight into what it is that you saw that led you to actually want to take this fight?
Sorry, repeat one more time. Sorry. You can repeat one more time?
There was a lot of talk that he wanted this fight, that obviously you were his last opponent, but that because of something that he saw in Marcos, he wanted to take this fight. What was it that he saw that led him to want this fight so bad?
foi falado muito sobre essa luta, mas o que você acha que essa luta é uma luta muito mal para você? O que você acha sobre essa luta?
Boa noite, pessoal. Então, eu acho que é uma luta boa, né, pro evento, pra mim, pro meu adversário também. Ele é um cara do striker, eu gosto do striker também, mas eu gosto de usar o meu grappling, o meu jiu-jitsu. Eu acredito que ele vai vir com mais vontade dessa vez, por estar vindo de 2 derrotas, mas eu tô vindo embalado de uma vitória e com muita vontade de vencer também. E vai ser essa guerra aí, ele tentando acabar com a luta e eu no mesmo objetivo, finalizar essa luta o quanto antes.
So this is a tough fight, you know. He's very good guys, but I train hard for this fight too. You know, tomorrow is big war for event. I put my best. I know him put best too, but I'm waiting for this fight. You know, this is my moment. I wanna win. I wanna fight. You know, I wanna be a champ.
Amber, how do you feel about going against someone with such high judo accolades? She's a bronze medalist in the Olympics. How do you train for that, and how do you feel about that?
I took this fight on 2 weeks' notice. So it's not necessarily like specifically training for somebody. I have the utmost respect for her as far as her, impressive judo record. But at the end of the day, MMA is a lot different than judo, and we've seen that time and time again with people who come in with specialized backgrounds and haven't trained as hard in other places. And at the end of the day, I'm more experienced than her in the overall MMA game, and I think that's going to show.
And for you, how different do you think fighting is from being in the Olympics? How different do you think this fight will be than from competing in the Olympics?
За олимп ч гэсэн тэмцээн мэдээж тэгээд энэ ч гэсэн тэмцээн тэгээд байгаагаас хамаагүй илүү зүйлийг харуулна гэж бодож байгаа. Тэгээд өөрсдөгчдөө хандаж хэлэхэд сайн хичээгээрээ би бол илүү гоё үзүүштэй гоё тулаан гарна гэж бодож байгаа.
Yeah, she said Olympic competition is competition everywhere. So she want to say to her, better try and be ready. The competition is competition. There is no difference.
Thank you. And Johnny, what does having guys like Malik Lewis and Donovan Beard coming up in the Contender Series say about peak fighting as a promotion?
So, if I'm being honest, it sucks sometimes, but it's awesome. So we're producing, obviously, some good talent. Malik was actually going to headline this show, and then the UFC called Contender Series, and he's fighting Tuesday on Dana White Contender Series. It's good. I love seeing the guys progress and get to where you are and stuff like that. It's just hard, especially like Malik, kind of our first grown fighter that goes. So it's good and bad. It's great. It's great for the fighter. It's awesome to finally come all together. I'm excited for. I'm excited for all of them.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Weinmiller. First off, appreciate you, Mr. Smith, being here in the main event. Great job. Thanks for what y'all do. But really, what I want to point out is, Mr. Weinmiller, you're coming off of a 2-fight knockout first round. So what can we see from you this current fight?
Hopefully another knockout. I mean, that's
Right.
that's the idea. But I mean, I'm good everywhere. We'll see how it ends.
Right. So, Mr. Smith, what have you got to, and knowing that, I'm sure you know that, but what have you got to that you can bring to the table that you're going to counter that?
A first round knockout.
Right on. Thanks. And appreciate your service with the Olympics. That's an awesome thing. You bringing that to the Peak Fighting Championship, great opportunity for you to be here with us. So what can we see from you tomorrow?
маргааш чаддаг зүйлээ л сайн хийхийг хичээнэ. Манай Jackson Wing клубын багш нар маш сайн олон зүйлийг надад заасан. Тэрнийхээ дагуу мөн барилдаантайгаа хослуулад тэгээд маш гоё тоглолтыг үзүүлэх болно гэж хэлээ.
Yeah, she said, do her best and learn from Jackson Wink MMA and also mix it with her wrestling, and there will be a hell of a show.
So Amber, to follow up with that, you know, with being with the Olympics, you do have a lot of mat time. You have a lot of experience that comes with that. So what do you have that's going to make a difference tomorrow? Thanks for your time.
Next question is for Harvey. Harvey, there's a lot of talk around Omar and him being a highly touted prospect. Give us your thoughts on him as an opponent and what you saw that made you confident in taking this fight.
I mean, for the most part, I'll fight anyone. I don't know much about him, but it's like I got respect for him taking the fight, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the night, he's going to sleep respectfully.
Omar, any follow-up to that? He says at the end of the night, you're going to sleep. Give us your thoughts on that.
I mean, talk's cheap. Talk all you want. I don't really mind whatever he says. Tomorrow I'm getting my hand raised by any means necessary.
And then for Dwight, obviously you're fighting for a title tomorrow night. You know, give us your thoughts on John Terrius. This is his first fight with Peak. Do you feel like he was deserving of this title shot, or do you feel that you being a Peak fighting veteran, that obviously you've paid your dues and you've scratched your way to a shot at the title, and that maybe he was kind of handed something? Or give us your thoughts on him as an opponent, as a title contender or a challenger.
I definitely do think, I definitely do think that I worked my way up to the top for this position. I debuted with you guys a little over a year ago. I was on a bit of a run, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like this guy does not have experience. He actually has more fights than I do. I think he took it, last minute, so I appreciate that. So I mean, with 5 fights experience, he's on the winning side. Are there other people, more deserving? Probably, but people probably could look at me and say the same thing. But I do definitely believe myself that I jumped out there and got the wins under my belt and earned this that I'm competing for tomorrow.
And John Terrius, follow-up question for you. Give us your thoughts about Peak Fighting as a promotion, your first time here, and obviously getting a shot at the title tomorrow night.
My answer to that question is I'm blessed, As a promotion as a whole, it's pretty neat, Press conference, I never did none of this before, so it's kind of new to me, So, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to fight, try hopefully give the fans a good show, And yes, I did take the fight short notice, but the reason I took it was because I was still in fighting shape. And Mr. Johnny needs to save the show, so I was like, might as well.
And then my last question, Johnny, it seems to be the weekend of missed weight. So we had Hamzat miss in the UFC by 8 pounds, and then now you've had Caleb Miller miss weight by 8 pounds. What's going on this weekend, and give us your thoughts on all of the missed weights this weekend.
Well, I thought I was done with the miss weight thing. I kind of expressed my feelings about the miss weight. I mean, this kid's had problem making weight before with us. It pisses me off, man. It's bullshit. Honestly. But yeah, the UFC's had issues this week. We obviously have issues every time we fight too. It's bullshit. It's not cool. It's not. I mean, the kid missed weight by 8 pounds. I mean, that's you. If you miss weight by 8 pounds, you're not trying. 1 pound, it's it's fucking 8 pounds. I mean, did you just go eat a cheeseburger? What did you do? I don't even want to talk about it. But to answer your question, it's ridiculous.
So what happens to him from here, missing weight on 8 pounds? What is this a make or break situation for him with him winning this fight, or give us your thoughts on that?
Well, so being an amateur, where our hands are tied, we can't find him. Our hands are tied. The problem is, we'll just talk to his coaches and go from there, and just maybe 85 pounds is the option. I don't know, but I'm not very happy.
So, Mr. Martis, being from Jonesboro, Arkansas, obviously you're going to be a crowd favorite, but there's a crowd favorite with a record of 4-2. Awesome job. Thank you for having a winning record. But what can we see from you tomorrow that's going to continue your win streak?
Just the same thing every fight. Doesn't matter where it goes. I feel like I'll do good enough to get my hand raised, and ideally, that's a knockout.
Nice. And Mr. Al-Rahi, if I do your name wrong tomorrow, I apologize. But coming all the way from Palestine, man, appreciate you being here with Peak Fighting. It's going to be a great night of fights. But really, what have you done to prepare for this fight, sir?
I've left no stone unturned. My striking is amazing. Conditioning is perfect. Grappling is the best I've ever been. So I really don't see this fight going any other way besides me getting my hand raised. Props to Harvey. He's definitely the most experienced and the toughest opponent I've ever had. But tomorrow is going to be my Picasso.
Good luck to both of you.
He'll need it.
Two final questions. Johnny, on the prelims, there's also a very interesting fight between Jacorian Larry versus TJ Seston. Jacorian Larry's coming off of an amazing knockout finish. Give us your thoughts on that fight, because again, that's the main event on the prelims. I mean, it's a banger.
So we kind of took Jacorian Larry and kind of, after his last performance, bumped him up to the main event, basically the preliminary main event. He's impressive. I like the way he's fighting. I like the kid. He's easy to get along with, whatever. TJ just needs to show up, because I don't know too much about TJ, but I do know Jacorian looked very good last time. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for him to grow in our promotion, and we'll see what it brings.
And then the last question is for Dylan. Dylan, he says he's looking for a first-round KO. I just got to get your follow-up response to that as we close out the press conference.
I said the same thing. I don't know if anybody was listening. I also said I was gonna get a first round knockout. He reciprocated. We're gonna see tomorrow.
Fair enough. Good luck, guys.
Anyone else? Oh, wait.
I just want to welcome everybody to Jonesboro. So this one's for you, Johnny. So what made you bring MMA to Jonesboro for the very first time?
So we had some people reach out in the MMA community, and then also other people in the community saying, hey, bring your show here. It'll support it, blah, 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 blah. And it's been a welcoming, honestly. I love the town. I love the venue. First time's always going to be the worst time. So, if we can at least do if we can do what we expect, and we've already hit that number, we will come back. We'll book again, and then it'll grow from here. So it's a process, but I'm happy to be here. I love it here. I mean, it's fantastic,
Well, I know a lot of the listeners over on our stations have been very receptacle to for you guys coming in. So we're looking forward to great fights from everybody tomorrow night.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. And like I said, we have 10 great fights, high-level athletes and high-level fighters, obviously. So it'll be exciting. It'll be a great night. Looking at the card all the way from the bottom to the top, it's a pretty phenomenal show.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If that's it, we're going to wrap up and move on to the weigh-ins. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks. Oh, and get your tickets at peakfighting.com, pay-per-view at peakfighting.com.